Hey everyone, I'm Joel Gamoran, National Chef for Sur La Table and host of Scraps, a cooking show all about fighting food waste. And as Thanksgiving rolls around, you know this bad boy is gonna make an appearance in your kitchen, the turkey. And it's the most intimidating, scary part of everyone's meal. I've got an amazing, beautiful recipe that only takes a couple ingredients, but really takes advantage of all the giblets and all the scraps that come with the turkey. This is my Spatched Turkey with Scrappy Gravy. All right, so I've got a 10-pound bird because I'm serving 10 people. And I know it's 1 pound per person because I used the Guest-imator that Save the Food put together. That thing is absolutely perfect for knowing the exact amount that you should be serving so you don't have extra waste. Now, speaking of waste, I just pulled out this bag from the front of the turkey. These are called the giblets. This is all good stuff, and I know it kind of freaks you out. I totally get it. I'm not saying you need to eat this, but I am saying it can contribute to the flavor of your dish. So I'm gonna put all this in a nice hot pan. Now I'm gonna reach inside the actual cavity of the bird, and this is the turkey neck. Again, I know it seems kind of crazy and scary. It's totally fine. This is incredibly edible, really delicious, and it's right on the bone. So it has tons of collagen that will help thicken your sauce. Who really ever eats the wing? You could absolutely leave it on there, but I love using it in my stocks and soups. Everyone wants to bring this like Norman Rockwell style turkey form to the table. That's old school. There's a really good way to cook your turkey that makes it crispy and perfectly cooked every time, and it's called spatching. So this takes a little bit of muscle, so if you're struggling with it at home, definitely ask your butcher to do it. All right, we're just gonna transfer this bad boy to a roasting tray. Make sure it's sitting nice and flat. I'm gonna let that kind of hang out for a sec, and now I'm gonna wash my hands, wash the board, and I'll show you how to finish up this stock. So I took all the little scraps from the turkey and I covered it with water just until it's covered, and I'm gonna bring it to the boil, right? So it's hot tub bubbles, and then I'm gonna turn it down all the way to the lowest setting for about 3 hours. So this is gonna take 3 hours. The turkey's gonna take 2 hours. The perfect thing to do is to let the turkey come to room temperature for an hour and sit out so it goes into the oven nice and warm and not freezing cold from the fridge. I've got our turkey right here, and I want to heavily season the outside from up high. I heavily season it because there's no way to salt the inside, so you have to over salt the outside. That's how you kind of have a nicely evenly salted turkey. So then I have some soft butter, and I'm just gonna kind of slather it on wherever you can kind of fit it. This is gonna hang out for about an hour. Again, come to room temp. This is gonna go for another 3 hours. While these are doing their thing, I'm gonna work on some other dishes. So I'm gonna use the back of my finger and just kind of feel the turkey, and I can feel it's kind of room temp. It's perfect time to go into the oven. I've got the oven set at 500 degrees. So for the first 30 minutes, we're gonna blast it at that 500, and then we're gonna turn it down for another hour and a half at 375. All right, so this turkey is out of the oven. Look at this bad boy. I mean, unbelievable. It's glistening in the light. It's a really, really good sign, and it smells unbelievably addictive. All these little juices and drippings, everything here. So I'm gonna pour it in to this little saute pan. Take out that little turkey leg here. And now what we're gonna make is something called a roux. It's what helps thicken sauces. So we've got all this fat from the turkey. This is gold, absolute gold. And now I'm gonna whisk in some flour. And we wanna sweeten the space because what goes better with turkey than something sweet, right? Like cranberry sauce. So I've got some liqueur. This is some apple brandy. You can use rum, you can use red wine, white wine, whatever you got. Now, do you guys remember we saved all the giblets, the neck, all that extra little scrappy trimmings, and we made a stock. And you know, to think that this is all stuff that normally gets thrown away, but today it's enriching our sauce and it's gonna make for an unforgettable Thanksgiving turkey. You know your gravy is ready when you can dip a spoon like this, like a wood spoon, and like caramel sauce, look at that. That's called nappe. It kind of coats the outside. You can draw a line with your finger and it holds the line. You should always put the sauce on the bottom of the plate. Why pour it over the turkey when you work so hard to get that crust? Why get it soggy? The skin is crisp, the meat is perfectly cooked. That looks so good. And if you want to rock out this turkey, you can find the recipe and many, many more food waste tips, and of course the Guest-imator itself at savethefood.com.